Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I've got 15 new ball mastery exercises for you. So ball mastery is one of the best ways to build confidence and comfortability on the ball. You're going to get hundreds of touches using all the different surface areas of the foot, so that when it comes to a match, you're so confident using all those different areas of the foot that you can manipulate the ball in tight space situations and you can keep control of that ball. So we've got a new setup for you today. As you can see, we've got two cones, one placed in front of the other, probably about 1 meter apart. We've got a few different varieties in the playlist, so make sure you check the rest of them out. Hundreds of exercises that you can work on at home, in your garden, wherever, because you don't need much room and you don't need much equipment. If you don't have cones, you can use anything you have lying around the house just to mark out a little bit of a parameter so that you have something to aim for with your precision footwork. So this is going to be a good workout today. I've got 15 exercises for you, so let's get right into the first one. So the first exercise is the sole roll. So what we're doing is rolling the ball from one foot to the other using the underside of the foot. Then when we receive it with each foot, we pause for a second. So we control it with one touch, hop for a second, and then roll it back through. So you're getting an equal amount of reps with each foot. Just getting in a nice rhythm on the spot. This one's going to burn the legs after you do it for about 30 seconds. And with each of these exercises, I like to rest for about 10 to 20 seconds between each one. Number 2 is the pull-push sole roll. So very similar to the first one, but we're adding just a pull and a push. So after we roll the ball through, instead of just stopping it on the spot, we're pulling it back with the sole of the foot and then pushing it forwards with the inside of the foot. So just incorporating some other parts of the foot this time, just getting in a rhythm once again. As you can see, just hopping in between each rep. Number 3 is the drag outside touch. So a little bit like the one we just did in move number 2 when we pull it back, but this time instead of using the inside of the foot to push it forward, we're actually using the outside of the foot to push it across our body. So you use this move when you're nutmegging an opponent. When you draw the ball backwards, the defender opens their leg and you slot the ball between them and collect it on the other side. So again, you're just getting in a rhythm, 2 touches on each side and repeating for 30 seconds. Number 4 is the right foot square. So what we're doing is creating a square shape, just using the ball to actually create each side of the square. So as you can see, I'm trying to draw 4 sides going around that cone, trying to form a perfect square with the ball. So my opposite foot is just bouncing on the spot as I'm having to shift that ball around, and we're using the sole of the foot the whole time. Number 5 is the left foot square. So I'm working on my non-dominant foot this time, doing the exact same thing, drawing that square with the ball, but you do want to be equal on both sides, not only with your control of the ball, but also your balance and stability of the leg that's hopping on the spot. You want to try and get a good muscular balance between your legs. That's going to help you be stronger and also help you avoid injury as well. And if you can be coordinated and controlled with both feet, you're going to be a more effective player. Number 6 is the double square. So we're creating these square shapes again, this time moving forwards and backwards, going around both cones and actually using both feet this time as well. So it takes a little bit more coordination. It's going to take a bit of time to get this one down, but once you get it, you're going to get a good amount of reps on both sides, and also that forward and backwards movement, you're adding that drag back in there as well. So involving a lot of movements in here, inside of the foot and the sole. Number 7 is the V-cut sole roll. So we're using all one foot at a time, starting with the right foot, and we're essentially drawing a triangle around that cone. So similar to the one when we drew the square, but this time we're taking less touches. So we're drawing the ball back at an angle, pushing it with the inside of the foot at another angle to create that V shape, and then rolling it across the cone. So using the inside of the foot and then the sole. Number 8 is the V-cut sole roll once again, but this time using my opposite foot, so using my left foot, which is my non-dominant foot. So you will find this one a little bit more challenging than your dominant foot, but again, as I already mentioned, it's very important to be as equal on both sides as you possibly can. So try and do this one for 30 seconds. If you make a mistake, it's absolutely fine. Just regain where you left off and try and complete it for 30 seconds in total. Number 9 is the alternate V-cut sole roll. So very similar to the V-cut sole roll, but instead of using all one foot throughout the movement, you're actually exchanging feet. So you'll notice here, I'm pulling the ball back towards me diagonally with my left foot, and then pushing the ball out in the opposite way diagonally with the inside of my right foot. So it takes a little bit of coordination, you're having to exchange feet mid-flight, but a very common move to get around defenders when you drag it along the inside with one foot and then push it forward with the opposite foot. Number 10 is the alternate V-cut sole roll again, but this time we're going in the opposite direction. So I'm pulling the ball towards me with the right foot diagonally, exchanging feet, and then using the inside of my left foot to push it out diagonally in the opposite direction. So with all of these moves, you do want to be proficient with both feet. It's just going to give you more chance in those tight space situations to come out of it, escaping with the ball under full control. Number 11 is the L drag sole roll. So similar to the V cut, we're creating that V shape, but this time we're pulling the ball back and then pushing it with the inside of our foot behind the opposite leg. So this is a L drag, a very common move you'll use in a match. So it's good to work on this in this tight space scenario. So dragging it back behind that opposite leg and then rolling it with that opposite leg in front of the cone. Going for 30 seconds without mistake. Number 12 is the L drag sole roll. Again, this time just performing it in the opposite direction, so it's the left foot performing the L drag and the right foot's performing the sole roll. And especially with these really simple moves that you will encounter a lot during a match, you want to be able to perform them with both feet so that you can turn in both directions, get out of those tight space situations with full control of the ball. Number 13 is the L drag double sole roll. So exactly the same as the L drag sole roll that we did in move 11 and 12, but this time adding an extra sole roll in. So I'll drag the ball behind my standing leg, doing the L drag once again. This time when I roll the ball across, I exchange feet and roll the ball back across in the opposite direction. So then I can perform the L drag with my opposite foot as well. So it's just a continuous version of the previous two exercises, just getting more reps in and with both feet. Number 14 is the V-cut L drag, and notice I'm only using my right foot through the entire exercise. So I'm performing the L drag by dragging it back with the sole of my foot, using the inside of my foot to push it behind the opposite leg, and then I'm having to actually rotate my hips a little bit and hop on that left leg to retrieve the ball with the sole of my foot once again to then perform the V-cut. So just combining two very simple moves, but it takes a bit of coordination, and that left leg is going to really have to work hard. It's going to build up a lot of lactic acid, so it's a great exercise for building muscular endurance in that lower leg. And number 15 is the V-cut L drag. This time only my left foot is making contact with the ball and my right foot is having to balance as I hop and rotate my hips. So it's really important to not only work on ball control with your non-dominant foot, but also work on balance with your dominant foot, because usually when you're planting your non-dominant foot, so your dominant foot can strike the ball, your non-dominant foot is getting more balance work than your dominant leg. So these exercises are really going to give you a good balance and good equal amount of stability on both legs. Alright guys, so those are the 15 ball mastery exercises I have for you today. You don't need much room or equipment, but you can still get thousands of extra touches on the ball using all the different surface areas of the foot to get more confident and comfortable with the ball at your feet. But if you struggle with any of today's moves, make sure you check out the rest of the playlist because we do have some easier workouts on the channel for you. Also make sure you check out my 7-day ball mastery training program, Maestro. Day 1 is for free on my YouTube channel if you click the link above. And you can also get the full program on my website in the link below. And if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.